Namaste, this video is brought to you by Merge+classroom Academy. In cells part 3, we will discuss about difference between unicellular and multicellular organism. In previous video, I briefly explained uni and multicellular organism. Here, I'll go in more detail. I explained this image in previous videos. Multicellular organisms are usually plant, fungus, protista, and animals. However, unicellular organisms are bacteria or archaea, or we also call them archaeobacteria. These archaeobacteria are available in very hot environment like 70 degree or above 70 degree, and bacteria are available everywhere. Or we are actually depend too much on plant because plant provide us food, and many fungus are also useful in the life. For example, yeast, they ferment. And animals, human is also kind of one of the animal, and the most advanced animal, as I say. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between unicellular and multicellular organism. The first difference is unicellular is made up of one cells, as the term explained. So whole body is represented by only single cells. However, in a multicellular organism, body is made up with many cells, and they makes the very complex system because the many cells forms many organs, and then to control these all cells, they are connected to each other. For example, brains, for example, nervous system, muscular system, digestive system, they all must be linked because sometimes sensation goes through the nerve system and brain must recognize it or something. I don't want to go in detail now, but this is the very basic difference. The second one is whole body is surrounded with external atmosphere, of course, because it's made up of the single cell. So whatever is outside is the external environment. For example, consider this B is the one cell. Whatever outside is B is the external environment. But if in multicellular, the basic is an example of, like, this is the multicellular. It has many cells. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alphabet means 5 cells consider. Then these closed alphabets are not surrounded with external environment, but they are connected to each other. So anyway, the whole body is surrounded with external atmosphere. In multicellular, only outer part is surrounded with external atmosphere, as there are many cells. Then cells are connected to each other and some parts are not exposed to outside environment. Third is cell division never lost in unicellular organism. However, in multicellular organism, injury, sorry, this is not injury, this is C, not C, it's I. Injury lose lost cells and replace with new cells. So when we injured, when we have some injury, some many cells lost, but then body has capability to replace these lost cells to the new one. Injury may lose whole body, because if it's injured, then the whole body will lost in unicellular organism because they have only one cell. However, in multicellular organism, injury recovered by body system and injured cell replaced with new cells, as I explained in the third point also. If injured, then new cells will replace to those cells. For example, when we have some wound, many cells injured and many cells die, but after some time, they all replaced with the new type of cells. The fifth one, this is not one, this is fifth actually. The fifth one is cell has overload because of the unicellular system. Of course, they have only one cell, and one cell has to do all those activities those are required for cell survival or for living system. So they have much load on a single cell. However, in a multicellular organism, cell work for himself and for body. They have many cells, so most of the cells are specific for particular work. For example, retina cells are for viewing. For example, liver cells are for digestion. And for example, brain cells are for several neuronal activity, thinking or something. So cells work for himself or they partly also work for body. And then another is next is have regeneration potential. They can be regenerated. Most in many unicellular organism, regeneration is the very common. However, in multicellular, no regeneration power exists. If we exclude some exceptions, then most of the system has no regeneration power. Body either die or will survive. If small injury, then it can be recovered by the body. Reproduction is asexual. Reproduction is the phenomena by which one cell divided into other or they continue to their progeny. And here the reproduction is asexual. I will later in some part discuss about asexual and sexual type. However, in multicellular, most of the cases the reproduction is sexual type, and the male and females are responsible for continuing the new generation. Sorry. Lifespan is very short because here they have only one cell. So one cell has too much load and it's not survived so long. However, in multicellular, lifespan is relatively long. They are in very small size. Yes, because it's single cell. But in a multicellular organism, they are in very big size usually, and sometimes size is 1.5 meter or maybe more. For example, giraffe, elephant, or other example, even many plants. Next is generally they are prokaryotic. So this is the more specialized category. I'll discuss about what is prokaryote and eukaryote in next part. And generally unicellular organism are prokaryotic, as most of the bacteria comes in a unique in prokaryotic. And then in multicellular they are usually eukaryotic. There are some example here. Unicellular animal like amoeba, paramecium, this is paramecium, euglena, here is euglena, they all found in the floating water. And the bacteria, here is the bacteria, this is amoeba. In multicellular plants, almost all plants you can see everywhere. Animal like monkey, snake, human, many animal, almost all animal. And many fungi are multicellular. Thank you. For more video and information, please visit our website or write us email. You can watch update on our blog or YouTube channel or Facebook page for any new video. Thank you very much.